Using this stew for my jollof rice was absolutely good. It was on another level, and trust me, this was flavorful, very aromatic, and oh my goodness, very delicious. So today I thought of sharing this with you, and believe me, you are going to fall in love with it. Okay, without wasting much of your time, I will just get into today's activity. And please do not go anywhere, just stay with me from here to the end. I have with me here my pepper, ginger, garlic, onion, my herbs and spice blend, which I would say it consists of rosemary, aniseed, a whole lot. Okay, so do well to use your favorite natural herbs and spice, and then I blended them. So with that, I use fresh ones and then dry ones. Okay. Anyway, I'm so sorry, pardon me, I did not introduce myself to you. I'm Lena, and if today is the first time you are hearing my voice, please do not hesitate to subscribe to the channel. And if you've been watching me for some time now and you haven't subscribed yet, please do so for more videos. Trust me, you will love it here. Okay, we always share easy recipes. Now I'm just going to stir this after it has been on fire for some time now. Okay, give it a stir and then make sure it doesn't burn. That is what I am doing now. We are on all social media platforms, and the name is Exhibiting Mommy's Recipes. Kindly follow us for more videos, and you will love it there as well. Okay, so I'm just going to continue stirring it, and after some time I will just leave it on fire to cook very well, so that some of the liquid can drain. Okay, especially with the onions, you know it contains a lot of water, so we just want it to fry very well before we proceed or add the next ingredients. After some time, this is how it looks, and it is looking so good. I actually do not like it when using high heat, okay, during cooking. I don't like that. I always want to cook on a very low or medium heat so that the food can cook very well. So I've added my tomato paste that I used some time ago. That is the rest I kept in the freezer. Okay, it was in the Ziploc bag. A little education here: when you use your tin tomatoes or anything that was in a tin, okay, the rest of it you make sure you pour it. Okay, so if it is milk, pour it in something and keep it in the fridge. If it is tin tomatoes or anything in the tin that you are supposed to keep in the freezer, my dear, keep it in the freezer. Maybe one day I will talk about it, why I am telling you that it is very, very risky. Okay, you don't keep your tomatoes in the tin whilst you have opened it already and then keep it in the fridge. Hey, too risky. Yes, so that is why you saw that earlier. So when it is tin fish, sardine, you don't eat one and then leave the rest in the thing and then keep it in the fridge. Okay, yes, it is very, very risky, which most of us do not know about that. Maybe one day I will share the information, very detailed one, with you, but that it's very risky. Okay, yeah, now I'll continue stirring it, and as you can see, the tomatoes was in the freezer and it has not melted yet, even though I added some of the tomatoes to it. But here we are now. Okay, give it a stir, fry it very well before we add any other ingredients. For the tomato paste, you know it is processed, so you just have to make sure you fry it very well. It is well fried or cooked before you add any other thing to it. I believe you understand. If you've watched me from the beginning till now, I'm so grateful that you have been here and you watched me from the beginning till now. My returning subscribers, thank you so much for watching my videos all the time. So please, if you want to watch short videos like a minute duration or less than a minute, follow me on all social media platforms including YouTube Shorts. I went ahead to add my tomato sauce. So the tomato sauce is basically fresh tomatoes, my onions, natural herbs and spice, pepper, and a whole lot of things. Okay, I have a video on the channel already about tomato sauce, and please, you can do well and check that. But don't worry, I'll be bringing you video about that very soon, since I have a lot of subscribers, new subscribers, so I have to share that with you. The video will be coming very soon, but if you want it right now, you just have to check the page or where you are watching me from, and you will get, or you get access to it. Okay, I will just go ahead, give this a stir again, and then make sure I fry it very well. You can see that the stew contains a lot of water, so we just have to fry it very well to get that perfect stew we are looking for. I actually do not overcook the stew. Okay, not that I do not cook 100%. Okay, I cook it 100%, but not over fry it to become brown, because not everyone wants their jollof rice to look that brownish, just like the one that when you go to the funeral ground you be served with. Okay, I don't mind if it is brown or it is looking yellow, whether it's rich or it's not rich, I don't mind. But there are some people, they don't want it that way, so I don't over fry it. But anytime that I want to prepare the jollof, depending on how the person wants it, I recook or refry the stew again. Okay, so you're not going to see it to become very brown. It does not mean it did not cook well. It is going to be well cooked, yes, but not over fried. Now our stew is ready. I'm not going to add anything salt to it, because there are some people, I prepare the food without adding salt to their food. Okay, and we are done. Thank you so much for watching from the beginning till now. I will see you in the next upload. Bye bye.